Nicole Kidman just stepped off one of the biggest movie sets of her career, reuniting with Sandra Bullock for the long-awaited sequel to Practical Magic. Fans were thrilled to see the iconic witch sisters back together after more than 2 decades. But what nobody expected was the twist that followed just weeks later. While Nicole was celebrating a major Hollywood milestone, her 19-year marriage to country star Keith Urban was quietly falling apart. Was this just heartbreaking timing, or had the cracks been there all along? On September 13, Nicole Kidman surprised fans with a behind-the-scenes video from the set of Practical Magic 2. In the clip, she's seen arm-in-arm with Sandra Bullock, laughing and embracing like no time had passed since the original film. Nicole captioned it with a simple but powerful line, "That's a wrap on Practical Magic 2. Thank you to the cast and crew for all your magic." Fans flooded the comments, celebrating the return of the Owens sisters, and many couldn't believe filming had already finished. For a generation that grew up with the cult classic, seeing Nicole and Sandra back together wasn't just nostalgia, it felt like movie history repeating itself in the most magical way. But just 2 weeks after that joyful announcement, everything changed. On September 29, people confirmed what fans never expected to hear: Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban had split after nearly 2 decades of marriage. The timing couldn't have been more jarring. On one hand, Nicole was celebrating the triumphant return of a beloved film. On the other, her personal life was unraveling in silence. Reports revealed that she and Keith had already been living apart since the start of the summer, suggesting the breakup was in motion even as Nicole was smiling on set. It raised a haunting question: while the cameras captured her laughter, was she quietly holding back heartbreak behind the scenes? According to insiders, Nicole never wanted this split. Sources close to the actress claimed she had been fighting to keep the marriage alive, even as the distance between her and Keith grew wider. TMZ reported that the couple had been living separately since early summer, long before the public knew. Through it all, Nicole's sister Antonia became her anchor, stepping in as her strongest support system. For fans, it was heartbreaking to learn that behind the glamorous movie premiere smiles, Nicole was juggling the weight of a collapsing marriage. The woman who played a witch fighting curses on screen was now battling her own storm in real life. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban were once seen as one of Hollywood's rare love stories that stood the test of time. They married in June 2006, blending Nicole's world of film with Keith's country music empire. Together, they raised 2 daughters, Sunday Rose, now 17, and Faith Margaret, 14. To the outside world, their marriage often seemed unshakable, even as rumors of rocky patches surfaced over the years. Nicole, of course, had already endured one very public divorce from Tom Cruise in the early 2000s, a breakup that shaped much of her personal narrative. Many believed Keith was her second chance at forever. But after 19 years, that chapter has now closed, leaving fans wondering what really went wrong. While her personal life was in turmoil, Nicole's professional life was entering a powerful new era. Practical Magic 2 isn't just a sequel, it's the resurrection of a cult classic. This time, the story adapts Alice Hoffman's novel The Book of Magic, carrying the legacy of the Owens family into a new generation. And it's not just Nicole and Sandra returning. Beloved cast members Stockard Channing and Diane Wiest are also reprising their roles as the eccentric aunts. Producer Denise D. Novi promised fans that the sequel will hold on to the original's heart and spirit, without trying to reinvent what made it special. With a release date already locked for September 18, 2026, anticipation is building, not just for the magic, but for the sisterhood that defined the first film. For Nicole, the reunion with Sandra Bullock wasn't just about revisiting a role, it was about reconnecting with someone she calls like a sister. In interviews, Nicole has described their bond as playful, teasing, and insane in the best way possible. On set, the two slipped back into character as if no time had passed, laughing, hugging, and sharing private jokes that reminded fans why their chemistry worked so well in the first place. The contrast is striking. While Nicole's real marriage was falling apart, her on-screen sisterhood was stronger than ever. And for many, it's that unshakable connection with Sandra that might help Nicole find her way through the heartbreak. Now, the question everyone is asking is what comes next for Nicole Kidman. Professionally, she's stepping into a moment that could redefine her career, returning to a beloved role, backed by a star-studded cast, in a film almost 3 decades in the making. Personally, though, she's navigating one of the hardest transitions of her life. Fans are already speculating that Practical Magic May 2nd hold a deeper meaning for her now, a story about love, curses, and resilience, mirroring her own battle to rebuild after heartbreak. For Nicole, this film isn't just another project. It could become a symbol of survival, and perhaps the beginning of a new chapter. Nicole Kidman's life right now is split in two: magic on the screen, heartbreak behind the scenes. In one world, she's the powerful Owen's sister, standing strong with Sandra Bullock in a story fans have waited decades to see. In the other, she's a woman facing the end of a 19-year marriage, leaning on family to get through the pain. It's a reminder that even Hollywood icons live through the same storms we all do. But maybe, just maybe, her return to Practical Magic is more than timing. Maybe it's the beginning of a comeback story no one saw coming. What do you think? Will this film be Nicole's healing escape, or the start of a brand new chapter in her life?